Welcome back to another Luanti Mod review. Today we are looking at the OK Bloomer mod, which yes, I am only making because of the meme. But actually it is a very cool mod. I don't know why this keeps breaking. This lets you play around with the bloom settings, real-time feedback. You can change the options for the bloom. For some reason, I don't know if maybe it's just because it's set to something that's too intense of a value. The intensity keeps dropping back. I don't know why. I want to play the game like this. This is how I want to play. Why is it doing this? I generally do not know why it is. I have a feeling it could be something from within Mindtest game. I'm not sure. But yeah, so basically you just need to use the chat command OK Bloomer, and then you get this nice little screen with your options. So we can turn off all of the bloom. And then the bloom turns back on. So Mindtest game must be doing something with bloom and time of day. So I bet actually if I did set time speed 0, is that the right chat command? I don't know. I guess it is, but I need the server privilege. Okay, so now potentially this will not be changing on me. Or it still does. Okay, I don't know what changes it. This is what I want though. That's how I want to play. This is what I want my game experience to look like. Because this is 100% true to life. I mean, when I go out in nature and I'm walking, the world is just blur of pure white. It could be because I need prescription glasses, maybe. Maybe that's why. But this is what I see if I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm out and about in the real world. Just pure white, impossible to make anything out. Obviously, yes, this is a tad extreme, but it's helpful if you're trying to play with it. Now, what I do wish is that it would give you the numerical outputs, because you can set the bloom in a game, in a mod. You can control the bloom settings. So having the ability to play with bloom settings and then getting a readout of what your settings are would be quite useful, because then you could just pop this mod in and you could say, yes, I want my bloom to look like something. You know, I could have very low intensity but a very high radius, so it's a very hazy. And I could put a lot of strength in without a lot of intensity, so only the brightest of lights get completely blown out. Or I could put a ton of intensity in with no strength, and then you get kind of this spooky darkness, which the radius just gives me extra blur. Nice. Again, Mindtest game must be doing something to kind of mess with these values. It is interesting that when you put the strength to 0, it becomes black and white. I don't know what causes that. I feel like maybe I shouldn't be testing this within Mindtest game, because clearly something in here is tweaking the bloom settings, and I really don't know what. And unfortunately, this does not instantly update when an outside factor updates them, which makes sense. So it's really hard to know what's actually going on here, because this is the values that I want. Why is it not just keeping it? But yeah, you can see you can put the radius really low, and then you get this effect, which yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are, if you had like a gold biome or something, a diamond biome, someplace you want it to just be very, very sparkly, this totally would make sense. Again, it would be useful if you were actually using it for this case to get some readouts of what your values were, so that you could replicate this elsewhere. But yeah, it's handy. Unfortunately, Mindtest game doesn't seem to play too good with it, so that may be something for the mod author to try to work around. I'm not sure if that's possible. But yeah, that's going to be the OK Bloomer mod. Really, the only reason I did it was because of the meme. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to make a viral YouTube video because of a meme That's how all the famous people got famous, was because of viral videos for memes. So I'm just going to walk off into the nothingness that is the bloom, and I guess find something that's not nothingness. Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. If you want to download the mod, you can find it in the in-game content browser, or of course I'll have all the links on my website, which will be linked in the video description below if you would prefer to get it that way. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Are you looking for custom models to bring your mod to life? I can create static or animated meshes for your project. Or maybe you need some help with code, textures, or voice talent. As it so happens, I'm in the freelance business. If it relates to Luanti, I'd be happy to try and help you out. Together, we can make the next great Luanti mod. Visit the link below to learn more and to view some of my previous work. Terms and conditions apply. See site for full details.